Hi, hope everybody's doing well. Today we want to talk a bit about resolving conflict. Conflict, normal part of life. Resolving conflict, not a normal part of life. Most people aren't great at resolving conflict. But it is something that you have to address. There's no doubt about that. So, if it is a normal part of life, we've had conflict with our parents from little ages. Crying when you don't get your milk is a conflict. So it starts very early. But all the way through high school and college and then into our workplace. But there's some tools that, since it's a normal part of life, there's some tools that we can maybe consider so that we can be better at resolving conflict. And the ones that I would offer is first, address it as early as possible. If you find that there's conflict, do your best to resolve it, or at least address it. It's easy to say something like, hey, I just feel some tension. I'm not getting a good vibe. Or you used to respond to my emails very quickly and now you don't. So address it as early as possible. And that's one of the key things that I think people should do. So address conflict early before it festers. First thing. Second thing is determine the true source of the conflict. This is the hardest part. It really is the hardest part. Because people often want to address the conflict if they address it at all. But it may be something deeper rooted. For instance, you may truly have made a mistake with somebody in the workplace. But that's not really what they're mad about. They're really mad because they don't like you for one reason or another. They feel slighted by you. Or when you started, you didn't show them enough attention. But yet, you turned in an assignment late, or you didn't show up to a meeting that they called, and they're upset with you because of that. But in reality, it's something that happened weeks or months or years earlier. So, really, it's such an easy thing to say, but addressing conflict, the true source of the conflict is really important. Third is, once you resolve the conflict, if you address it early, you know what the true nature is, and you address the conflict. I always say the third one is to make sure that you address the feelings too. And so many people don't do that. Oh, I'll go to your meetings again. Or I'll make sure that I'm on time again. You may think that you address the problem and the conflict because you're going to go to the meeting on time. But remember, you have that true source of conflict earlier. So you got to address the feelings. And that's where you come to number 4, which is you sincerely apologize for your part. Apologizing is so easy to say. Meaning it is a different part. But it's really easy to say. And there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, if I offended you, I apologize. In a way, you're not admitting you're wrong. But it's saying, if I offended you, or if you took it that way, I did not mean it. And so there's honestly, we kind of call them a non-apology apology. But there's nothing wrong with saying that wasn't my intention, and I apologize for that. I didn't realize that would occur. I apologize for that. Doesn't mean you're assuming burden for the whole conflict, but you're certainly apologizing for your part. And last is a follow-up soon. Follow up soon after. I actually put a note in my phone a week later, say, follow up with Bill, or and then just say, hey, I'm just checking in. Everything going okay? Oh yeah, it's fine. So that's some interesting things about conflict. Address it as early as possible. Determine the true source of the conflict. Solve the problems and the feelings. Sincerely apologize for your part, and then follow up soon after. Everybody enjoy the day. We'll talk again. Take care.